Get these fucking guys off me!
Hello guys, my name is Civil Hoodlum, and today we're playing Battlefield Hardline. And come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Everyone knows that kill was an accident. And that is an American kill right there. So if you weren't sure what happened was I was using the K-10, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But already that puts me in a totally different category. So a lot of you are like, oh, he uses the K-10. Now, I don't know, maybe you'll even click off this video. I don't really care. Because there's someone watching it, and that's all that really matters. But anyways, so what happened was I killed the first guy, and I lost some health, and I felt like there was another guy, so I decided to drop a med pack. The only problem was, as you could tell, I was using the K-10, and I was a mechanic and not an operator. And so instead, I pulled out the M320 grenade launcher, and I saw that guy there, and I did not intend to kill him with the M320. I didn't think I could even do it. I never used the M320 effectively, or actually killed him. That was my first kill with the M320. So I just popped on his direction because I knew I didn't have time to change back to my primary weapon, in an attempt to just throw him off guard, and then I was going to switch back to my primary and hopefully take him out. But I mean, I had already had the disadvantage, and to my surprise and his, we all saw what happened. He got destroyed. I mean, I hit that vehicle behind him, it blew it all up, and that kind of surprised me. Like, I just stood there for a second. Like, I was sitting with my controller just like, what just happened? But I killed that guy? Like, I was expecting to have died, but I didn't, which was kind of cool. So after that, I used the M320 a little more, and you'll see it. I use it in this match. This is actually the match after that. We're playing whatever this is, like the Grow, I don't know, whatever it is. But right now I'm using the M320, and I didn't intend to kill anyone, but my teammates were trying to get up there, and I wanted to provide a distraction, and I did end up getting a kill assist. So I did what I had my intended purpose. And the M320 grenade launcher is the grenade launcher that's automatically given to the mechanic class on both the cops and criminal side. Then I get killed by this guy. Or wait, no, yeah, you do. Anyways, so I said I would talk about also the K-10, and I'm going into that. So I did not realize the K-10 was a thing until Call of Duty goodness, can't talk today. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. When I found out, I found the Vector Kid, as I thought it was. It was really the Vector K-10, but because Call of Duty Black Ops 2 had weird, what's it called, print, like, I don't know, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. The weird, like, you can choose all sorts of different, like, Roman, whatever, the style of print, weird style. I thought it said Vector Kid. And after a while, I realized it was the K-10, and that was a little embarrassing. Look at this noob just trying to climb that ladder. Didn't work out for him. That was a little embarrassing because I used it online and in chats. So I was embarrassed, but whatever. So then I went back to Modern Warfare 2, which also had the Vector, which was just called the Vector. It was almost identical weapon, and obviously I rained terror with that as well. And then I came over to this game, and I was just having some trouble with it, because this is my first Battlefield game. I think I purchased it, I don't know, a month, maybe 2-3 months ago. So I purchased it, and I was like, okay, what do I do? And I was like, okay, I'll just use the K-10 when I discovered there was a K-10. And I could not do crap with the K-10. I was so bad with the K-10. It was horrible. Like, I mean, it was beyond bad. And I ended up getting just enough kills over, like, instead of, like, the normal amount, like, I don't know how many kills you get around, but I could have had it in, like, 3 or 4 rounds, maybe even 2, if it was another weapon, but it took me, like, 10 rounds to get enough kills to unlock a scope, and so I did unlock the scope. I used the Cobra, of course, and now I do a little better with it, but I only use it occasionally. But I actually, like, I was so into the K-10 that I used to have an old username, but right before I was going to come online, I was changing my username, and so I was like, I didn't know what to change it to, and I was like, maybe I should change it to Vector kid because I thought it was the kid. And then I was like, well, then I have to be specific to vector, to vector weapons, K10 weapons. I'd have to do reviews on the weapons. Expect me to always use the weapons. And I didn't want to be that closely knit to something. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted. So I chose the name Civil Hoodlum. And so, as I was talking about with the K10, I still like using the K10, but not really in a lot of games. Occasionally Black Ops 2, but that's about it. But as I was saying with the K10, I use the Cobra Scope, and if you're new to Battlefield Hardline, like I am, the Cobra Scope is kind of unique, at least between this game and Call of Duty. Call of Duty might have like where you can change your red dot, whatever you want to call it, to make it look like the Cobra, but I never really paid attention to that. So I use that, I don't know. Okay, medic revives me. That's good. It's always nice to have a medic in a game, which aren't normally. But anyways, the Cobra. I've seen people. Let's see. What have I seen? Sniper rifle, or their DMR, or their assault rifle, or their submachine gun. Just whatever they want to do. The K10 is kind of, or that. Goodness gracious, the Cobra is kind of like that. It can be used on any weapon. So it's really a very cool scope, and I like using it a lot. Okay, here's something else I want to talk about. We all saw that firearm. I used my sidearm to kill that guy, and there's a problem that you'll see commonly. People don't use their sidearms enough. In this game, it's a lot less, but in Call of Duty, any Call of Duty game, basically it's you shoot your primary weapon, you reload your primary weapon, you shoot your primary weapon again. It's either that or you have overkill and you have two primary weapons. No one really uses the sidearms, and that was the case with me. And then I started to really enjoy the sidearms, although the sidearm I'm using in this match is my least favorite. And there's nothing in particular wrong with it. It just looks like my guy is, kind of like straight arming, holding it with a straight arm. Like anybody could come whack that sidearm out of his hand. And so I don't really like that. Look, I see this guy. I think this guy's my teammate, and I just walk right by him, and then I get this guy. But anyways, so you will win in so many gunfights if instead of reloading your primary, you change your secondary and attempt to take them out. You will win so many more gunfights, and it's just that's like just know that and use it. And sidearms can be really cool. They can also be, it's kind of lame sidearms, but it kind of depends on the sidearm and what you feel like using. You can use machine pistols, normal pistols, semi-automatic pistols, which are personally my favorite. There's a lot of different pistols in the game available, and sidearms in general. Anyways, so as you guys saw in my first video, I didn't have anything fancy. My audio sounded like crap. It probably sounds a little less like crap this time, and everything about it was just kind of not working. I didn't have any intro. It was just kind of crappy audio. I sounded depressed, but basically, have you ever experienced writer's block? So writer's block is where you attempt to write something, and all of a sudden you can't think at all. Like you can think on everything except for whatever it is you're working on. And that was kind of the same thing. It was my first YouTube video, and for some reason I couldn't get it out there. I just kept trying stuff, and I was like, lame. So in the end, I was like, I'm just going to do a one take of this, and I kind of like one takes because it shows that we're humans and not like, oh, welcome to so-and-so, where we talk about the top 10 kills of this week. And they've tried it 15 million times. I want to be really personal with you guys, and so that's why most of the time I do one take, so you'll see me stumble around a little bit occasionally and those kind of things. But after I got the first video out, I felt a little bit better. I think it's been about a week and a half to 2 weeks. I was on like 2 6-day work stretches. I'm in the middle of a 6-day work stretch at the moment. So if you don't work, it's like you come home, you have 3 hours to do whatever you want, and then you've got work in the morning. And so I was like, okay, I need to do this tonight. So I did a little bit of a wonky system. To get better audio, I took a mic, plugged it up to a karaoke machine, took the headphone jack on the karaoke machine out to my headphone jack on my computer, and then I recorded from there because I just didn't have the equipment. And then you'll see a lot of cutting in this video because there's no real way to do a Battlefield Hardline video and watch the entire thing. It's like 25 minutes to a half hour, depending on, like, unless you deplete the enemy's tickets totally or something like that. So there's no way to do it without cutting it, and I know the cuts don't look great. At the moment, it's kind of a tricky thing, but I mean, whatever. It's kind of like I'll get better at it, but it just takes some time. I have a kind of nice program. I'm using Filmora. It was about $60, and I had to use it for something else, and then I just used it for this as well. So it's kind of nice. But where was I? Anyways, so this match itself, I played the match before this, and we won by about 3 kills. Yeah, so we did win by 3 kills last round, last match, and it was the same teams. And then this match, we lost by actually a good, like, 20 kills, but I really liked the match because you could see, like, our team could have brought it back, and they attempted to, and they did bring it back multiple times, only to lose it again. And I really like matches like this. They're just very, very, like, there's no MLG Pro on one side and then a bunch of scrubs on the other. Because I've been in those matches. I've been the scrubs, and I've been, like, the really, really good at what I'm doing. But, anyways, so we lost this match, but it was a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you dislike this video, leave a dislike, and if you like this video and subscribe. Either way, leave a comment, and tell me what games you want me to play next time. I've got quite a few different games. I'll list those in the description. And later.